With the NFL draft approaching, it is mock draft season, folks. It is upon us right now, so let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Style back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, please do hit that big red subscribe button down below. I promise you, you will not regret it. Okay, so I have got the mock drafts from Mel Kiper, from Todd McShay, from Daniel Jeremiah, all of these NFL draft analysts who have put out their mock drafts. I've taken a look at them and seen who they have the Bears drafting at number 9. All right. I want to kind of get a feel for, what the experts are basically saying that the Bears are going to do at 9. And then obviously, you guys know I'm going to be putting out my mock drafts here very soon. And so funny enough, let's just get right into it. All right. So Mel Kiper at number 9 had the Bears taking Paris Johnson Jr., the offensive lineman from Ohio State. Daniel Jeremiah and Todd McShay both had the same player going to the Bears, and that was not Paris Johnson Jr. It was Peter Skoronski, the offensive lineman from Northwestern. Okay, so all three had the Bears taking an offensive lineman, but two of them had Skoronski from Northwestern and one had Paris Johnson. So let's talk about this, all right? And I probably will make another video just talking about these prospects in more detail, but when I take a look at these two guys here, I think it does come down to the Bears taking one of these two at number 9. Honestly speaking, yes, defensive line, huge need for us, absolutely. But I really, really do feel like Ryan Poles, being a former offensive lineman himself, is going to focus on the O-line with that number 9 pick. If they do end up keeping it, under that assumption we're working, right? If they do end up keeping the number 9 pick, I do think they go offensive line for a couple of reasons. Number one, like I said, Ryan Poles, being a former offensive lineman, knows how important the position is. Number two, they didn't really address it in free agency. Yeah, we signed Nate Davis, but that was about it. And certainly we know that we need more help along the offensive line. And number three, the fact of the matter is that the top guys at the position, like Skoronski and Paris Johnson, I don't think they will last past 9, into obviously the second round where the Bears are picking at 53. Again, unless there's some sort of a trade back, trade down, whatever the case is. So when I take a look at these two guys here, folks, I'll tell you this much, okay? They're both fantastic, and they're both, I think, going to be really, really good. Now, Paris Johnson's a little bit bigger, 6'6", 313. Then Skoronski, he was 6'4", 315. But honestly, I know, I'm not an offensive line expert. And so when I read about this and I take a look at what the actual experts are saying, the one big issue with Peter Skoronski is his arm length. All right, now let's just talk about this in a little bit more detail here. So he's got 32 and a 1/4 inch arms, okay? Almost 33, but that's kind of where his measurement came out. I think Paris Johnson Jr. is massive 36-inch arms, okay? Why is this important? Well, when you are an offensive lineman, depending on the position, arm length matters because of kind of, where you play along the line. If you're a guard, right? If you're more along the interior, arm length doesn't matter as much because, the pass rushers that are kind of going to get to you, they're not usually kind of go around you. You don't really kind of need that arm length to hold them off. But tackles, all right, if you're a right, left tackle, you need to have longer arms because you need to be able to work in space and also hold off those edge rushers that are going to be coming around the corner here. So having longer arms just gives you that advantage, that natural advantage that shorter arms wouldn't. Okay? This is what the experts say. And we clearly know that Paris Johnson Jr. has massive arms, 36-inch. Peter Skoronski doesn't. So what does that mean? That means Peter Skoronski could actually make a move inside and be converted to a guard rather than a tackle. The reason, again, is not just because he's got shorter arms here, but I believe the stat is that all of the all-pro linemen that are at tackle have at least 33-inch arms or better or longer, all right? And Peter just doesn't have that. And so to set him up for success, you want to kick him inside the guard, and you want to go ahead and let him blossom there. And, people do think that he would be a fantastic guard. Well, that's all fine and all. And I still think both of these guys are going to be great, but we need a right tackle. I am not going to be comfortable starting the season with Larry Borom at a right tackle spot going into next year. So to me, that naturally makes me lean towards PJJ, Paris Johnson Jr. And with the size, with the arm length, with what the experts are saying, like I just feel like he's such a natural fit at that position. He can just come in and do a plug and play instead of having to draft like Sternosky and then you got to move him inside because of the arm length and to set him up for success. So to me, I just think it's a cleaner, more natural fit. And if I don't have these two prospects much different than the other, then why not go with the guy that I deem is a bit safer, right, in Paris Johnson Jr. And so that's kind of where I'm leaning towards. I do think, again, with what Mel Kiper, Daniel Jeremiah, and Todd McShay are saying, it is going to be an offensive lineman. I just think I would prefer it to be Paris Johnson Jr. Over Peter Sternosky, but we'll see. Look, I know there's some people that say, who cares about arm length? It's about the tape at the end of the day, and Peter Sternosky is one heck of a talent. I totally get that. That's why I'm saying here, I think they'll both be good. But when we're kind of nitpicking here, that's what we have to do, right? Because both guys are really good, and you kind of have to find something to differentiate. And again, this is what the offensive line experts are saying. Go read online. You will see what I see, which is arm length matters for a tackle. All right, it is huge for a tackle, especially in this offense where you got to go out into space. You got to be able to, be on the run and block and move. And there's a lot of athleticism required from the tackle spot in the Bears scheme. So it matters. It matters. You might not think it does, but it matters. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the mock drafts here from Mel Kiper, Daniel Jeremiah, and Todd McShay. Who do you prefer between these two, between Paris Johnson Jr. and Peter Sternosky? And if it's not one of these two, who do you think the Bears take at number 9? My pick right now would be Paris Johnson Jr. Let's see what happens. Leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.